ICE is set to launch a so-called Citizens Academy that would train average citizens on how to arrest undocumented immigrants. Considering the environment that we're currently living in and considering the insane uptick in hate crimes that have occurred since Trump went into office, this is a disastrous idea. The program is being called the US Immigration and Customs Enforcement and Removal Operations, or ICE ERO. Now, community leaders in Chicago were actually alerted to an invitation that was sent out by Robert Guadian. He is an ICE director or ICE field director in Chicago. And so he sends out these invites encouraging stakeholders, potential stakeholders, to take part in this 6-week training program to teach people how to do an arrest of undocumented immigrants. Now, let me just be clear that it's not that they're gonna be in class or something every single day for 6 weeks. It will be a total of 1 day per week, meaning they're gonna meet 6 times and get trained on how to do an appropriate arrest. Are you kidding me right now? So according to Guardian's letter, the training would be held every Tuesday from 2 p.m. to 6 p.m. at ICE's Chicago field office starting on September 15th. And this is the pilot program. After the pilot program, they're planning on extending this or expanding this across the country. The program is the first of its kind, and I hope that there's enough backlash to this that they don't even try this pilot program because it could be a disaster. Now, when Newsweek reached out to ICE, a spokesperson really tried to downplay the program. Nicole Albersico says that the academy is an extension of the community relations work ICE is already doing in the community. The goal is to build bridges with the community by offering a day in the life perspective of a federal law enforcement agency. So I do think that a part of this, a big part of this is PR, because ICE knows that people aren't happy with this agency. People want to abolish the agency. We've seen the horrific cruelty at the southern border. We've seen dozens of immigrants who are seeking asylum die in the cages that are being guarded by ICE officials and Border Patrol officials. And so this could really be disastrous. They're also saying that they're going to offer classroom instruction, visiting an immigration detention center. I'm sure they're gonna really show off what an immigration detention center really looks like, and learning more about the supposed care ICE provides for those in custody. So again, I think that there is a PR component to it, which is what ICE is fessing up to. But it seems like they're trying to deny that they're running a pilot program in Chicago that would teach citizens, regular citizens, on how to essentially profile people and try to arrest them, which will be absolutely disastrous.
So even if you took ICE's word for the benevolent part of this program, that also would be a giant waste of time and money. So let's talk about that for a second. So they're saying, we're gonna get the community, invite them in and show them how wonderful ICE is. Yeah, I mean, if there are any good parts, you're gonna show them that. But you're not gonna show them the kids in cages, and you're not gonna show them when you abuse people. So that's not showing them what you do. You're not gonna show them when you raid buses in the middle of New York and arrest everyone who looks Latino, which is what ICE has done in the past. So you're just gonna show them propaganda. So at best, it's a total waste of time and money. But if that's all you're gonna do, why did you say that you're gonna teach people how to do citizens arrests? No, the real point is get lunatic right-wing vigilantes to do even worse stuff than you're doing. And I mean, in order to be a cop or an ICE agent, it really doesn't take any training anyway. Tuesdays, 2 to 6 times, and then go out there and kick some ass. Who cares as long as they look brown? That's what we do at ICE. So I think they might have shown what ICE actually does do.
So ICE is only emboldened by Donald Trump. So I find it interesting that they tried to kind of like minimize the whole citizen's arrest aspect of this program, because you watch how Trump emboldens them when he speaks during his rallies. In fact, here's a recent speech he gave where he specifically talked about what ICE should do.
These ICE people, they love our country, they're proud, and they're tough people. And they'll go right into a pack, they call it a pack. And they start swinging, everyone's swinging, and they end up standing up. That's the end of that. And you know what they do? They bring the MS-13 and many other gang members and other members back to El Salvador, back to Honduras, back to Guatemala, back to Mexico.
Now, people who are sitting behind him or standing behind him are supposed to be his supporters. I mean, they're there to see him speak in the middle of a pandemic, but it looks like some people in the audience were uncomfortable with the statements. Let's take a quick look at that.
They'll go right into a pack, they call it a pack. And they start swinging, everyone's swinging, and they end up standing up. That's the end of that. And you know what they do? They bring the MS-13.
Hey lady, you're in the wrong room. Get out, get out, get out. How do you not know at this point that this is who Donald Trump is? He encourages the violence, he encourages the division and the hate in this country. He thrives off of it. That's what his first campaign was mainly about. And he's leaning into that again for his reelection campaign because he's failed in every other regard.
Yeah, maybe somebody took a picture with a flash right before he said that. So get out. So look, that's who Trump is, and the bureaucracy is not yet completely fascist, and it's an ironic thing to say about ICE. But like the PR people don't realize, and I think they will in the second term, that you're just supposed to flat out say it now in the Trump administration. They still like try to pretty it up, like, oh no, we will show you wonderful facilities, and and these great. Well, not cages, but like wonderful fenced off areas that we have him in, because it's old habits die hard, right? Whereas in the second term, my guess is they'll be like, yeah, this is where we cage people, and then we get in a pack and we start kicking the living crap out of them. And I mean, the president says it, so we now proudly declare it. And most people that are Trump supporters are like, yes, and then name random Latin American countries. Guatemala. And I know I named them in some weirdly, theoretically scary way.
Thanks for watching The Young Turks, really appreciate it. Another way to show support is through YouTube memberships. You'll get to interact with us more. There's live chat emojis, badges. You've got emojis of me, Anna, John, JR. So those are super fun. But you also get playback of our exclusive member-only shows and specials right after they air. So all of that, all you gotta do is click that join button right underneath the video. Thank you.